small small things like this, you don't even know how it is chopping your money, how it is finishing your money. You just start billing. How can you really plan for your expenses here in Canada? Hey yo, what's up? What's going on? What is happening? You're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I want to welcome you back. Yay! If you are new in my channel, please kindly hit that subscribe button, yeah? And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you not miss any one of my videos. Okay, what's up people? You're welcome back to my channel. My name is Essay. You're welcome to the Diary of a Nigeria in Canada. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the living expenses here in Canada. Now, there is no one thing that will say, okay, oh, Canada, you are going to be spending 5,000 every month. No, it all depends on this one factor. The factor is the fact that your living expenses is dependent on one thing, which is where you live. So I cannot compare somebody living in Vancouver to someone living in London, Ontario, because the living expenses there will be way higher. So initially when I wanted to choose a school, one of the main I got 2 admissions. One of the main reasons why I rejected one was because of the living. It was located in the downtown, and I knew that there is no how. So where I'm staying now, I can use about 1,000 a month, and I'm okay for my living expenses. But I can't use 1,000 a month for Vancouver. It won't work, because even the shared apartment in Vancouver is freaking expensive because it's located in a city. So that is one thing you need to consider. So whether you're a family person, or you're a single, or you're coming as a student, or you're coming as a student with your family, it's very crucial. Please check for the average rent in your city that you intend to come to. So if you are staying in a place like Regina, yeah, Saskatoon, basically University of Regina, Saskatoon, that place is still a little bit cheaper than even here in Ontario as well too. So it's very necessary that you do all this, because living expenses here. But I'm just going to be telling you in today's video on what you need to do to plan for your living expenses here, the most important things. So when you are budgeting, carry your pen and your paper and get ready to write. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be telling you about is your rent or mortgage. So a mortgage is very popular here because compared to Nigeria, that you buy land, we build, or you buy an already made house. Here, most times you can't even. How people own houses is that they buy houses and they don't really have the money to the mortgage bank pays for that house. So that you pay a certain amount of money, they definitely. So maybe the house is about 400,000, so you might be requested to pay 50,000 or 60,000, depending on the rates to acquire. Then the mortgage actually pays for it. Then you begin to pay the mortgage fees every month. So maybe it could be about 1,800 every month, so depending on whatever the fees are, basically. So mortgage or your rent. So you cannot survive here without having a house of your own, or having a place to lay your head. And here is not it's not like Nigeria, that's whereby you are going to be basically you just need to have a rent. So that is the first thing you need to do. So how much is your rent depends on where you are living. So places like Toronto, you have rent costing at least from 1,500 to 2,000, 3,000, very expensive. But here in Windsor, Canada, you can see rent as cheap as $500. You can even see bachelor's apartment. When I mean bachelor apartment, I mean like apartment where you have your bedroom, your toilets, your personal kitchen, like it's your house, your main house. and you can see that for even for 700, for 800, for 900. You can't see that kind of thing in Toronto, but I bet you can't see that kind of thing in Vancouver or even in Montreal. So it depends on where you're living basically. So that's why the living expenses differs from city to city. So it's the rent is the first place that you have to look. So in here in winter we see cheap houses. There are houses, a 1-bedroom apartment can be from $900 to $1,000. A bachelor's apartment you can see from 800, 900, 1000. It depends. So if it's a furnished bachelor's apartment, for most times from 900, $1,000, even up to 1.5. But furnished means that it comes with everything. All you need to just do is just bring your clothes, finish. It's everything is there. Your bed, everything you need is basically in that place. So it's the other aspect of it is the fact that the rent. So when first thing you budget is your rent. So most times the rent takes like half of your salary, like like 50% of the salary already. But it's very important, rent or your mortgage fees. The next thing that you need to also plan for after your rent is onje, your food, your groceries. So so the rent can be about like maybe, let's say, approximately 1,000, 1,005, 700, 650. It all depends. So the grocery. So the grocery aspect is so the grocery aspect of it is you need food, you need food stuff, you need your drinks, you need your provisions, you need all those other things. So be actually food is very important. So you need to stock up food. So that's another thing to budget for. So there are stores here. There's African store where you can get your normal Nigerian food to eat. You can get egusi, ogbono, all those other food that you need, that you know how to eat. So you will not feel you won't feel so lost, like, you know, compared to if you go to one strange country like that they don't have African store. But most countries do, and here they do. Like in my city I've seen about 3 of them already. There might even still be more, but I don't know about them more. So you need to plan for that and budget for that as well too. So like approximately in a month I can spend about 200, 250 for my groceries and my food stuff. So once I buy them in bulk like that, I don't need to buy again till like in the next like 3 weeks. Like, okay, like last Saturday I bought food stuff, and I have not bought in like, I think last time I bought was 3 weeks ago. So that's like and I spent about 200 basically. And with what I bought now, I don't need to like buy again till like next 3 weeks or so. So basically it will be totally different from a family. So if you have your wife and your children, or your husband and children here with you, the expenses will be like totally different. You can't compare it to we that we are single in the Lord. So it will be totally different from the normal one. So it's you need to plan for that. So that's about maybe 300 at least, or maybe 500 a month would be enough for you to buy groceries. Not just groceries, basically your drinks, your food stuff, even your toiletries, things you know you need in the house. I think yes, that's the next thing you need to plan for. The third thing you need to plan for is your utilities and your bills. So for your utilities and your bills, that aspect of that utilities and bills is something that is crucial. So most times when you're here, majority of the time your utilities like hydro, heat, internet, and then maybe any other thing. You basically, maybe you're subscribed to Netflix or something like that, or so maybe any cable TV. Yeah, basically. So that sometimes it's been covered by the landlord, and so it's included in your rent. So that's why when you're renting an apartment, you have to ask like, okay, what does this rent cover? What will I be paying for? So if you're going to be paying for electricity, which is known as hydro, you'll be billed monthly for that. And also telephone bill, I forgot to mention that telephone bill. So here telephone is actually different from the normal bill that you pay for Like back at home, I just get my SIM card at once and that's all. But here, telephone bill is totally a different ballgame entirely. So, the bill is your utilities and bills are something you have to consider. So sometimes it depends on how you use it. It might be up to 200 a month, 300 a month. So if it's including your rent, I highly recommend that you just, I prefer including it in my rent because let me just know that the only thing I'm paying for is my phone bill or maybe phone bill and the internet. But if it's not included in your rent, you have to pay for that every month, like consistently. You don't have, you must know default. If not, there is a charge. They will charge you, like if you don't pay by the due date, you're going to be charged a certain amount of money. And before you know, your bills keep piling and piling and piling and piling. So, which is actually very necessary for you to be able to budget. So, like where I live now, utilities is actually included in my rent, so I don't need to pay. The only thing I pay for is my telephone bill. So I didn't even pay for internet as well too. So I pay for my telephone bill every month, Virgin Mobile, about 45 before taxes. So after taxes it's like I'm close to $50 every month. So it's basically that's the utilities and your bills, and maybe you have cable TV or maybe you subscribe to something. Those are also things that will come into your subscribe to anything. Basically you'll be billed every month for that. After that, of course, you need transportation. You cannot stay anywhere without having accurate or means of transporting yourself to and fro. So there are options. So basically you have what is known as the bus pass. So the bus pass is something that you purchase on a monthly basis. It can be about 200 or something. It depends on the city you're staying in, and it gives you the ability for you to be able to make use of the bus. Even though sometimes the bus is kind of very, very slow, very, very slow actually. It's still better. Or if you don't want to use that cab is quite more expensive using cabs. So here in my city we have what is known as red cab. So you call them if you need to go from one place to another place. Or the third option, you can have your own personal car. So the way the license work here in Ontario is, according to a friend of mine, I don't have my car yet, is like you have to have what's known as G1, sorry, G2 and G license to be able to drive. But having a car, you have to be able to maintain it on insurance as well as gas and normal general car maintenance as well too. So that might be expensive, not really expensive, but basically it's going to really help you because having a car here gives you the ability to be mobile, and it's really helpful honestly. And I pray I get my car. It's the other means is bicycle. So here it's a lot of, I've seen a lot of personal bicycles. So it's not like back at home whereby you are seeing somebody on bicycle and they will look like a poor man. No, it's not like that here. It's a very, very, it's something, it makes you mobile. So you want to go from one place to another place, it's mobile. And the other way of transporting yourself is leg at its best. You use your leg and walk. So if you once you have here, Google Map help you a lot. So once you have a Google Map, be like, at 15 minutes. You don't choose to come down from Lagos to trek. If you are in Lagos, you know what I'm talking about. So if you're in Lagos, they'll uphold you very well. Yes, I boss. You come down, you trek. Even if it's 1 hour, you trek. So yeah, you just like 15 minutes walk. It's except if it's like 1 hour plus, then you need to enter a means of transportation. So if not, Legacy's best another means of transportation for you. So the other one is those are the basic ones basically. So they now go to the other ones like clothing. Maybe you want to change your clothes, you want to do your hair, you want to get your cream, cosmetics, your toiletries, just basic things to take care of yourself. I think you should make plans for that as well too. If you're here with your child, you also need to make plans for your child care. So for example, having a nanny, like you don't really call a nanny, but basically child care basically. It's I don't know the price. I think I'll have to check that and get back to you because I don't have a child yet, but I will have a child by God's grace Sunday. So it's the other thing is your insurance. So it could be motor insurance, it could be your health insurance. So those are also part of your bills, your monthly bills that come in every month. Also sometimes to maintaining your bank account too. Your monthly bills. So everything basically here is just billing. So basically for me, I have like savings. Please, it's necessary that you try and save, no matter how you want to live your life, try as much as possible to live within your means. So you know you're earning about just 2,000 every month. Please live within your means of 2,000 every month. Don't live above 2,000 every month because it's going to affect you. So it's try to live within your means. When God begins to bless you, you begin to expand and begin to, you know, flex and do other things. So it's for me, basically I my health insurance is being covered by G-Shape. That's Green Shield basically. And I think how much did I pay? I think that's for a year. So it's close to like $1,000 for a year. For 1 year, it's close to $1,000 for Green Shield health insurance as well too. So the other aspect is basically that's it. So main thing here is once you plan, you just like, okay, approximately my expense for the month is give or take maybe $1,000. Then you can be able to know that, okay, so well, once your salary comes in, you can be able to appropriate it where it's actually needed. So I think that is really, really important for us to take note of, because a lot of persons come here and they begin to just spend recklessly without having to know what are my bills, so that at the end of the day, after you've removed your main expenses, then you can now start saying, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to maybe whatever. So, and other expenses can be maybe your school expenses, you want to go to school, or other expenses. Just plan for it. In the midst of all your planning, please try, and even if it's 1% that you save, try and save for something. It can be a house, it could be a car, it could be for anything. Just try and save. So I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do a proper video on the whole budget thing. But for now, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching.